created these rules? Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the dreaded new entrant audit and how to pass it with flying colors. Are you ready? Let's go. So you got your authority, you have all your documents in order, you made sure you have everything to remain in compliance before you start driving.
Woohoo! I can finally drive in peace and make some money!
Not so fast. There are a few more things to consider.
You've got to be kidding me!
So during the first 18 months of getting your operating authority, you are considered a new entrant by the Fmcsa. During the first 12 months, the Fmcsa will conduct an audit, also known as a new entrant safety audit, to make sure that you're operating your business and your commercial motor vehicle safely. If you pass, you get permanent authority 18 months after the start of your operations.
What? I went through all of this and I don't even have permanent operating authority?
Not yet. For the first 18 months, you have provisional operating authority. Think of it as a probation period. If you fail the audit, the Fmcsa will give you 45 days to correct any issues they have found in your safety operations. If you don't correct them within those 45 days, then your authority will be revoked.
No stress, no stress.
Don't worry, this video will set you up for success. Before we begin, we are going to be going through a lot of different files and paperwork in this video, and I want to assure you that I will make a separate video for each file so that you know exactly what documents you have to have in order to pass your new entrant safety audit. Now, let's go over what the Fmcsa will be looking for in this new entrant safety audit. The Fmcsa will want to make sure that the drivers you're hiring, even if it's just you, are qualified to operate a commercial motor vehicle. During the audit, you might be asked for CDLs, list of drivers, medical certificates, motor vehicle records, and so on. Number 2, vehicle maintenance. In order to operate safely on the road, you have to have well-maintained equipment. That's why during the audit, the Fmcsa will request things like a list of vehicles with its VIN numbers, receipts of repairs and maintenance, annual DOT inspections, and so on. Number 3, records of duty status, also known as hours of service. One of the top reasons why new entrants fail their safety audits in that first year is because of incomplete or incorrect hours of service files. So be sure to have at least 6 months worth of logs with supporting documentation like bills of lading, fuel receipts, toll receipts, and so on. Number 4, of course, it's not a surprise that the Fmcsa will want to see the proof of liability insurance in the amount of at least $750,000. Yes, there are actually carriers who fail their new entrant safety audit because of a lack of insurance. How they get away with it, I have no idea, because every broker requires a certificate of insurance before giving you a load. Number 5, drug and alcohol consortium. Of course, it's not a surprise that the Fmcsa takes this point very seriously. Driving under the influence as it is very dangerous, but when you're driving a commercial motor vehicle, the huge semi-truck, it's even more dangerous. So they will require proof that you and your drivers, if you're hiring any, are enrolled in a drug and alcohol consortium. They will ask for proof of random testing, they will ask for proof of pre-employment screening, and they might ask proof of reasonable suspicion training, which we'll get to in another video. FYI, this is the #1 reason why carriers fail their new entrant safety audits, because they simply don't have the right documentation or proof of their drug and alcohol testing program. Now that we went over that list, let's talk about what will make you automatically fail your new entrant audit. First, as I mentioned before, there's the drug and alcohol consortium. If you're not enrolled in a consortium, or if you're using a driver who refused testing, or perhaps you're using a driver who you know has a blood alcohol level of 0.04 or higher, this will all result in an automatic failure of the audit. Number 2 is using a driver who is not qualified to operate a motor vehicle. For example, if you or a driver you employ does not have a CDL, or their CDL is revoked, or perhaps they don't have a medical certificate, this will result in automatic failure. Number 3 is operating a vehicle without sufficient insurance, and that is a no-brainer. Number 4 is failing to maintain hours of service records. These are very important, and this will for sure be asked of you when you are getting audited. Number 5 has to do with out-of-service orders. If you're operating a vehicle that was put out of service for some maintenance issues, and you still continue to drive it without repairing those issues, then you're going to fail the audit. Also, failing to do your DOT annual inspections and periodic vehicle inspections will cause you to fail the new entrant audit.
Okay, now I'm scared.
Don't be. Every motor carrier goes through this, and as you can see by the amount of trucks on the road, a lot of them have managed to pass. And if after watching this video you feel like this is way too much for you, remember there are a ton of resources out there to help you get organized. Actually, in our company, we offer a new entrant organization service where we keep all those files organized so that you can pass without a hitch. But if you want to do it yourself, you can. And you know what? A lot of people do it themselves and they manage to pass. So there's nothing to worry about. In the next few videos, we're going to go over in detail what documents you have to keep in order not to have a headache when the auditor knocks on your door. So I'll see you then.